I really thought I have figured it out. And I hope that it will protect me, that my body will do its best to keep me safe and healthy. And yet, it completely let me down. I got really sick over Christmas with a nasty flu. It was as bad as I can remember. And I felt completely betrayed. And I don't know what I should think. Is it my mind or is it my body that betrayed me? Because I was using food to control my health. And I was convinced that this is the way to go and that way I will be okay. Yet I was proven wrong. And that was very frustrating and disappointing. I felt completely out of control, lying in bed with a headache and fever at my mom's place, wishing I never got on that bloody plane and then another plane because that's how long it takes to go home for Christmas. And of course, thinking nonstop, what could I have done differently or what could I have done better? Because it was a complete disillusion for me. After obsessing about food for nearly 30 years, since I was 23, and the reason was my dad died of cancer within 3 months. And after he passed away, I decided that I have to read every book that's out there about nutrition and stay healthy and prevent what happened to him, which seemed to be a good path. Yet, I don't know why it was this time. It's not like I didn't get sick before. I had colds and, yeah, I remember bad flus as well. But I think the last year was extremely disciplined, if I can say so. I was extremely disciplined and I really thought, okay, this is as extreme as I can get. I couldn't imagine going any further. Probably if I had a serious health issue, I would have, but just to keep healthy, I thought that would be enough. And yet, it wasn't. Maybe that was the time when it happened. Maybe there were some other reasons, planetary changes, who knows? The one thing I know is that it made me think more about it all than before. In particular, because there was my mom in the same apartment who is 85, coming 86, eats what she wants, has no clue what carbohydrates are. And every time I tell her, Mom, this is not good for your head, because she has memory problems, the only problem she has, and don't eat carbs, she goes, what are carbs? Okay, potatoes, rice, pasta, beer, cakes. And she says, but I like them. I'm not going to stop them because there are some carbs. So here's my mom eating whatever she wants, as I said, living basically on sugar, drinking beer, drinking wine, drinking everything. It's not like I don't drink wine. I do drink wine, but I don't drink beer. I don't drink anything apart from wine. And she didn't get sick. She was around myself and my partner, in the same apartment, was coming in and out of my room, bringing me teas and whatever I needed. And I was more concerned that she might get sick and that will really not be good. But when I told her, Mom, maybe you just stay out of my room and keep a bit distance from me, because what if you get it? She was going, No, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get sick. Okay, interesting. But yet, of course, in my head, there was somewhere this thing going on. Okay, I don't want her to get sick. I don't want to give it to her. I was talking to my friends, and they were, of course, concerned as well, and were asking me, "Oh, how is your mom?" And I said, "No, my mom is fine." As Eamon said, my partner, she's bulletproof. 85 bulletproof Polish woman. So, yeah, where is the justice? Where's the food justice? I've been sacrificing the things I like because I really like to try different dishes and I love to cook and I enjoy it a lot. That's a huge pleasure for me to experiment and taste different things. And yet, here I was eating only steaks and cauliflower. Well, I'm exaggerating, but let's say steaks and veggies, mainly steaks, for a year, not touching cakes almost at all. And here I was. My mom, on the opposite, was enjoying her beer in the kitchen and probably with a piece of cake. That whole story seriously shifted something in my head. And thinking about it now, maybe that shift was very needed because I realized that obsessing about food wasn't joyful. It was creating more stress, probably subconsciously, and more tension in me than it was doing any good. And it's not that I have any ailments or problems. And even my friends who do have some problems with their health kept saying it's crazy how strict you are and how disciplined you are with your diet, not having even a reason for that. And I never thought about it like, oh my God, it is so strict or anything. No, I thought I enjoy the steaks and I still love steaks. So don't get me wrong. It was the best fast food ever. At the same time, when that switch got activated after the flu, and when I realized, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to obsess anymore. I'm not going to be a food orthodox and not allow myself to bake a cake that I like now and again. Still good ingredients, butter, no shit, very little sugar, and have that joy, then think I'm going to live to 100 because I skipped it or because I stopped eating pasta and doing 1 million other things. Of course, that doesn't mean that the whole attitude changed and the whole outlook is different, and that now processed foods and sugary drinks are on the menu. They've never been. But I think there needs to be a balance. And if that balance is disturbed, something happens and we don't even know what it is, but it does affect the body. So, yeah, that was my Christmas experience. that resulted in going back to experimenting in the kitchen again and cooking different things and enjoying it a lot and just being more relaxed about the outcome. That also made me think about the meme I saw recently on Instagram. Well, not a meme, but maybe a picture. It's a better name, with a granddad sitting in the sun on Sicily with a glass of wine, as tanned as it gets. And it said, Sicily granddad has no idea about carbs, drinks wine every evening with his friends, enjoys the sun, stays outdoors a lot, life expectancy 117. And then on the other side was a guy who was extremely pale, didn't look very healthy. And it said, that's a billionaire who takes 100 different supplements a day, stays out of the sun, doesn't touch alcohol, life expectancy 86. Here you go. The conclusion after that whole Christmas flu experience is it's not all about food. And there is more in life than obsessing about it. And the joy of having something you like now and again, and having a glass of wine with your partner, spouse, or friends is more important than any super duper diet in the world. If you enjoyed my video, come and sit with me again.